today, which is good. As you can see, I'm outside right now. It's been hot. I have like this new sock thing for my foot. I found out the while I was sleeping and taking a nap, my sister measured my foot. I guess it's 13 inches all the way around. And for, I guess, for the elastic sort of socks, it's a medium, mostly. Well, if it's swollen. Anyway, it's a lot better this way because it's sort of like, it's a little bit of a compressor, but not too much. It just stabilizes everything. And I think these sort of things should be cheaper because it's $11. But how much is like a sock, really? How much is elastic? But I guess the knitting of it, I don't know. Can you tell me like the knitting of it? I mean, how much is like the knitting of it or something? I don't know. Wow, our water fountain. Like you see my bruises coming out of that. It's funny, I mean, from here I can see stars, but it's not stars. It's just the lineup to get into LAX from other airplanes. So much. Otherwise it would be the lining of the planets. But it wouldn't be that straight anyway. Or it wouldn't be that off balance. It would be much more straight.
I had the tiger.
This is my dad. Okay, Daddy.
I had the tiger.
Okay, Daddy. Oh my God, I don't think he realizes that I'm recording something. Okay.
I had the tiger. That's a great song.
Yeah. It's so funny because he doesn't realize what he said.
Look at that.
Okay, Daddy. I've always called my mom and my dad Mama and Daddy just because I do. Nothing wrong with that. People want to analyze it. I'm like, really? I could analyze it too. I have doctors to analyze it. But what if we just want to call things what we want to call them? I'm like, I call it the way I see it. I see them as my parents. So that's it too. And I think, yes, you can have, and I want to say yes, you can, like that sort of thing. But sure, people can follow whoever. And the thing is, I follow people and read things. People can still read whatever is on that. But that doesn't mean that, when I say not on that, I mean, I'm like, my back's against some bars. What I mean is, just because you block someone from something doesn't mean you still can't read someone's writing. And that goes vice versa in a lot of ways. It doesn't mean that you don't find what that person says interesting. And that's true with people following other people or not following them, because that's what happens. Because if everyone, let's say everyone started marching in a single line of who followed who, but you can't do that, because then everyone's going to have to divide themselves up. And then you're not going to be you. And it's best to be you for you. And also, realizing that. I think it's best, in my own, what I'm thinking, that I think it's interesting how many people want to label you. When you can be many things. And even if I say I'm this or I am that, perhaps it's just because overall I like that pretty good, but it's like the overall sort of thing and not the complete thing where people like, I want to put this, I want to title you this, and I want to title you that, and I'm like, I can't. People are like, you're either that or you're that, you're that or you're that. I'm like, no, I'm not. No. And I'm like, that's what I mean, the simple complexity of things. The simple complexity of things, people. I mean, people can be simple in a way, but it is going to be complex.
Would you like the light? You don't need it on, right?
Yeah, I kind of do need it on. You're like, you're either going to do things this way or that way. No. I'm like, I'll do it my way. Trust me on that. people, you'll get frustrated. But you don't have to, because you don't have to watch what I'm doing. Because people can help from the sidelines. And that is part of it. That's part of the reason why I talk about this. It's because the point is to help a lot of times from the sidelines. And also to encourage people and to spread that. You know, because that's wonderful. It's not like being like, oh, you know, this is, you know, for that, and this is that. It's more like people matter, and that's what matters. And helping people is what matters. And there's all these problems that I could talk about in the world that I have talked about, and I could talk about them more in depth. But then that just leaves a big mess, and perhaps getting caught in a web. That is not the point of what I'm talking about. That is not why I'm talking about what I'm talking about. And for people to just go ahead and be like this and that and that and that, that's not what I want. Because you can try with different sort of approaches, and it's still not that. And because it's the only thing that I really would like is just help other people. And in that, the I is non-existent. And it is not a sad thing. It's quite beautiful, because it is not a beauty in any way that is to behold, or to be held, or to be seen, but just to be heard, because that is in blindness. It is all in words.